This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so this Atlassian is Jira is developed by Atlassian company. Okay, so this is the Jira tool. This Jira tool is developed by Atlassian company, and not only developed Jira, so which is Confluence, Bitbucket, Bamboo. So it is like exactly SharePoint type. They develop Confluence, and this is Jira is a bug tracking tool and projects management, and it's a version control and build tool. So they develop that Bitbucket and Bamboo as well. So and oops, in some different almost 10 tools they develop, and but we are going to discuss here Jira and Confluence. So these two tools we are going to discuss. And first of all, these two tools is developed by Atlassian company. Okay. So coming to Jira, in a Jira we have three levels. So one is the three softwares we have, that Jira Core, and second one is a Jira software, and third one we have here Jira service desk. So each levels, but based on organizations, these three will be helpful. But first coming to Jira Core, so which is helpful for business projects level. So which is only bug tracking. So like so first of all, Jira is a bug tracking tool and projects management and customer support tool. In marketplace, suppose if you open any marketplace, something we have some Bugzilla, Remedy, HPALM tool, and like this Salesforce and other tools. We have some help desk tools as well, like Zendesk, Freshdesk, okay, Service Nova. So most of the people they'll use Service Nova. So this is the same as these tools only, but suppose HPLM and Freshdesk, Zendesk only, that is a customer support tools. So they are not maintaining projects management or something. So backtracking tools as well is different. But in the coming into Jira, so they will release the three things. Like in a Jira only they release three. Okay, so this is the like advantages here. So if they use some different tools or something, so it will be work in the one levels only, in the one category. Okay, so one type of organization something. But when we go with a Jira, so it will be helpful for to all levels. So between these three, first we have a Jira core. Jira core will be helpful for only business projects levels. Business projects level means like suppose I have a HRs in my organizations. Okay, so what HR work will do, so if they have any requirement in organizations, and they will get the JD and some things, and they will check it some marketplace to get the use of people. They'll conduct the interviews and they will close that work. Okay, so this is the one task for HR teams. Okay, so like there is no dependencies like any particular time or any version should be released or any projects management level. So it is not. So it is a end to end. So when it is completed, suppose some of the resources is filled in the within 1 week or within 2 weeks, or some of the resources will take 1 month or 2 months or 3 months something. So as per the business levels, and they will as per their business levels, and at what time they're ready to release or ready to close that, so they can close this. So this is the Jira core one. So it is a business purpose. But later they will release Jira software, and in the Jira core we don't have a projects management. So I'll tell you what is a projects management. So project management is like compared to maintaining their projects level to release the fixed versions or agile methodology types, like uh, is a bug tracking tool means like to track their work. Okay, so but here is a software development projects type, like to they release some sprints, they release some versions, they release some epics, like the website versions, step by step. So complete their project. So here it is a software project, it's a development project, they can easily maintain the projects management. But in the core, the projects management is not there. So that's why they release the Jira software, and here they're including two things like is a bug tracking and projects management. So when we install this, and we can get these two options. Okay, so nowadays this one, there no one using this Jira code because of when we install in Jira software, this two is coming. So as of now, we'll discuss Jira software only because of we'll cover that in that. So Jira software, these like these two will be covered in here. Okay, and Jira service desk is obviously is a help-based tool. Suppose I've developed one website or something, so I release that in the market. So customers is facing some issues and they need to raise a request. Suppose I have the help-based projects in my Jira, so I have a customers for my product, so the customer needs to be raise a request. So that level, the service desk will be helpful for, and this is a help desk tool and customer support things, and this it is a separately, and when we need to install this tool Jira software and Jira service desk, we need to learn, so that these three will be covered here. Okay, so and first of all, what is a Jira, why we need to use Jira something? So some example, this is the every organizations, they will use obviously one tool to track their work. Okay, so end to end the email they can't maintain, so everything they can't maintain in the emails. Suppose I'm working with the one client, so I'm working with the Capgemini. I'm working, for example, is a HP client. For HP client, we are working with suppose 20 people. Okay, so in a 20 people are different peoples, example Java developer or .NET developer or something. So 10 people are suppose 10 people are .NET, 10 people are Java developer. So we have some TLs and we have some managers, and the managers connect with the like client. So first of all, the step is that is a waterfall methodology that will become. So client will be sent to our managers, and manager sends to is a TL. A TL is divided the work into as the developers. So when developer is done, they will send to suppose email or documentation something. So is a TL, we will send to manager, that will be moved to client. So we don't have any communication with the client, and next thing, we don't have any tracking. Okay, suppose 5 tasks I got assigned from my manager or TLs. Okay, so the TL every time he needs to ping me, and the client he don't know how much work I am doing, and my manager also don't know. So it's completely is a TL hand. They will send more work to some peoples, and they will not assign any work to some peoples, and they will always ping to us like what is the work status and you are started or not, is completed, or what is the status or something. But instead of these all things, when the HP people, they will use Jira tool, and in the Jira tools, so they can create a multiple projects. So they can, so in a HP project, something is a thousand of projects are there. Okay, so they have what project I'm working on it, and they will create the project in that Jira tool, and they will give access to me. So complete is a developer. There is no person in the between that managers TLs. Okay, so they will directly give works to me, and they will create a task in that Jira tool, and they will assign to me. So how many tasks, and completely in that projects, how many tasks are created, and how many tasks are assigned to me, and how many tasks I completed, how many tasks are pending, how many tasks are in an open status. Okay, so each and everything it can be tracked into that one. So not only is a development is a tracking thing. So in any organization level, not only softwares, and any organization, suppose HR is a business or banking sectors, and any organizations to track their work, and they can use this Jira tool. Okay, so this is a directly interacted with the we have tracking everything, and when the tasks are created, when the tasks are assigned to me, and which peoples are working, and if I have any questions, I don't want to send an email or anything, so I directly add a comment in that. So have any doubts, if I'm done, if I'm stuck anywhere. So the communication as well, we can connect through comments. So we have comments options, we can connect with the comments or through comments, and client only directly take the report. So in this, who are working in the Capgemini is the 20 people. In the 20 people, the last 1 year, how many tasks they worked on it, how many time they spent. Okay, so the complete reporting as well it will become. Okay. So this Jira tool is main purpose is the, so as I told you, this bug tracking and projects management and customer support, and we have good reports in here. So normally if you use any tool, and you need to go to another tool again to reporting purpose like Power BI something. So most of the people they'll use Power BI something like to reporting purpose. And but we don't want to go any reporting part, so we have reports option in the within the Jira only. So this is the main advantages here. You can track, you can get the report from Jira only. Okay, so this everything the work tracking, so we can get into reporting part like this different views we have like bubble chart, burnout chart, and different suppose which gadgets levels we want, that we can get that reports into from Jira only. So we don't want to use any other tools. Okay, so these four things we have within here only. So um, and first and main things like why we need to use Jira only. So like this is the work, this is the purpose we need to use Jira tool. But exactly in a marketplace we have a lots of tools. So why we need to use Jira only? So we have some main things. So as I told you, first one is when you install Jira software, these four will becomes in a single place in a single platform. Suppose example, if I go with some bug tracking tools. In a bug tracking tools, we have some tools. So I'll open these tools. Maybe so this is all bug tracking tools. This is a Maker, Striker, and here I have a Jira. Like in a each site it will be comes to the different place, but I have Jira here in the 10th place. I have Jira. This is the bug tracking tool I open it, and the same things I have a projects management as well. So projects management tools. So in a projects management tools, I have in the 7th place as Jira again. So this is a different tool. So projects management tools is a Sporo and ProofHub and Basecamp, Asana and Podio, Workzone, Jira. Okay, and in a different place, suppose in a if this here it will a 7, or in another site in the suppose in other site it will becomes in the 5th place or 1st place or something. Okay, so but the point is we have Jira tool in a projects management, and it is a bug tracking tool, and also we have some help desk tools as well. Suppose help desk tool. So here as well we have a Jira service desk obviously, and I don't know the mention. Jira service desk is not there. Some of the places they mention or some places they're not mentioned. So this is a this is a helpdesk tools like Expressdesk, Zendesk, and Service Nova as well. It is not there, but that is a famous uh, like helpdesk tool in a sites. Yeah, so here they mention it. So best helpdesk tracking systems that. So fourth one is a Jira Service Desk. Okay, so they mentioned here Jira Service Desk. Obviously, these three levels this Jira is there, like the backtracking level and projects management and help desk. Okay, so is a tracking and just track your work like business or anything, and projects management means to maintain your completely projects like to releasing fixed version to maintaining versions, maintaining teams. And suppose I'm developing one website. In the website I have developing 3 or 2 levels and 3 or 2 teams are working, that all teams in the multiple teams and multiple versions level, so we can maintain the Jira, maintain the project, so that it will becomes the projects management level. At that level as well we have, and help us to always the customer support. So when we go with this Jira, so we have these three options. So that's why is this is the so they don't want, and they don't want to go with the different tools for different purpose like the bug tracking purpose one tool, and project management purpose one tool, or help desk tool purpose one. So it is not required. So when we go with Jira, the three will become including this reports as well. Okay, so this is the first point. And second point, we have versions releases. Versions releases means, like, suppose if you go with Jira software, if you just enter the Jira's software download or something in your Google. So, suppose this is the Atlassian website, and we'll get the software from Atlassian website only. So when you go with here, so I'll just click on this older version. It means, like, suppose you are using one tool, okay, one software or anything when you are using, and if you face any bugs or if you face any problems in that, so to releasing the next version, it will be take more time. So at least or 6 months or something. But in a Jira, the version releases is a very fast. So example, I'll take it from here, and suppose 891 it is released on 15th June. The next 10.0 version is a 20th June only. It means like 7 week gap. And June and July 14th they released 8.11, and in that subversion they released in the June 22 July, and July 14th they released 8.10, and in the subversion as well they released 8.10.1 is the 19th. So August 16th they released this 8.11, August 25th only, and 20 September, and this is 6 September only they released, and this 12.1, this 12.2. So it is coming down, but August 25th and 6th September and 20 September. It means, like, if you face any bugs, and also any future they are like implementing the new future. So this is the very first in the monthly, at least they release the two versions, so that if you are facing any problem in the current versions and you are looking into any new functionality, so that you raised to Atlassian teams, if you connect with Atlassian teams and you raise one thing, so they will easily release, and they will, if it is a valid options to be in a Jira, definitely they will release in the next versions. That okay, so this is the main ones, the versions release. Okay, so actually we are a Jira administrators, like, so everyone using Jira tools, and but as of now, what Jira administrator work? Okay, so you like, yeah, we'll come this point later. And next one is, suppose communication with the Jira. Suppose in a Jira, if you are facing any problem, okay, so we can easily communicate with the Jira teams. Like, we have a community.atlassian.com. If you raise a request here, so we have this product interest group wise and ask the community. You can raise the request here. It's ask a question and start a discussion. If you are facing any problem or anything, so these Atlassian teams always are ready to help the you people. Like, if you raise here, so they will immediately reply it here. Okay, so this is the easy communication is also, it is very helpful. Communicate with Atlassian team. And fourth one we have, suppose when we use Jira, suppose example, I install the Jira software, but some of the future I'm expecting. Suppose I'm using Outlook. So I'm planning to integrate it with my Outlook with a Jira tool. I'm using Slack. I'm looking to integrate it. Suppose in my organization we are using Salesforce. The Salesforce I'm planning to integrate it with a Jira. And within the Jira as well, so I need to implement some more options and more customizations and more automations I need to do. Okay, so manual work I don't want, so I need to do more automation style. In that levels, we have this Atlassian marketplace. So this Atlassian marketplace it is a third party add-ons. So these third party add-ons we can add into our Jira to enable some options. So based on that and which level you are looking into, so that we can integrate. Suppose I want some advanced reports. Okay, some advanced reports I want, or time sheeting as well I need to maintain here. Some diagram as I need to maintain here. Okay, some like power script and test management or everything. Suppose we have some testers in organizations everywhere. So the tester they will use the different tools, but when the user is developed the code through Jira tickets, I need to tested that code into within the Jira only. So that levels this GFR plugin test management will be helpful. Tempo timesheet as well we can get it here, and some automations we can. So this is the all Atlassian's add-ons. We in Atlassian marketplace we have a 7,000 plus add-ons available. 7,000 add-ons. So what is this add-ons? Add-ons, or we can call as a plugins. So everything is the same. Plugins or add-ons is the same. Some example, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, we are using WhatsApp, right? So in the WhatsApp, we have when you install the WhatsApp, so we'll get some features. Future means we can send a message to some people and we can receive it. And we have some options called. So if I send a message, we'll get it the one tick mark, and if it is received to that person, it will becomes to double tick. If they read that message, it will come to blue tick. But suppose I want some extra features, that suppose that people have deleted my message, I need to get that double tick mark or something. Okay, if they cleared it or anything, so if they forward my mail to someone, that level, so I need that red mark. Okay, red tick mark I want. So this feature is not available. But so example, many of the people they are looking these options. Okay, so that levels. Suppose if I'm looking to one options, I'll raise a request in a Atlassian community, as I show you now right now, right? So that I'll raise in the Atlassian community. So that Atlassian community tickets, then everyone can read it, and you can also replay it, and you can also raise it. So anything. Some third party companies they will focus on that, and which level the people are expecting to enable that options, what future they're expecting. Based on that, they've developed the plugins, third party plugins. So once they develop the plugin, they're connected with Atlassian teams and they will give demo. So many of the people they're expecting this future in a Jira. So everything Jira Atlassian team only is not able to develop it. So everything they can't keep. And so that they will connect with Atlassian team and they'll explain their product. So Atlassian team is a valid, they feel that valid and they will take that into their Atlassian marketplace here. So from here we can purchase that add-on. So this is some like example, we have some free add-ons and paid add-ons as well. So we have free and paid one as categories. No, or filter, yeah. So we have the free versions as well. So some of the persons they will provide free add-ons, some of the people are paid. So which one we are planning to install, we can install from that. It's a paid add-on, we need to purchase it and we need to install that into our Jira. So that options will be enabled. So this is the Atlassian, this in Jira tools. This is a very advanced thing. So anything is possible. So anything means like to integrate some tools or to like maximum things it will be possible. Maximum Slack integration. If you want to integrate it with anything, automations and be like to enable some options or disable some options or anything. Lots of things we can do with help of this. And suppose you want to be raise a like to set up a meetings as well. You can integrate with Zoom or you can integrate with Teams. You can connect with the Slack and you can connect with Outlook or this type of all thing, integrations or reporting levels or tracking levels and automations levels. So we have around 7,000 plus add-ons. So if the teams are looking anything, so that's exactly that is the possible. Okay, so maximum it is possible with these add-ons. And suppose in my organizations they are using is a in my organization they are using it is my like it's a small organization, so we are not able to purchase add-ons. Suppose I'm looking to purchase 4 or 5 add-ons, but my organization not able to spend that amount. Okay, so that levels, if you are the developer, so we have your roles is a Jira administrator and Jira developer.
So first of all, this Jira tool is developed by Java coding. This is scripting, Java scripting, Java code. And if you are good with a Java developer or Groovy scripting as well, we have. So that level, so we can able to develop the plugins as well. And here we have the two things, and we have a one script runner plugin. It is a Groovy scripting. Okay, so if you want to implement any options, like say what option will become when you install these add-ons, the same you can achieve through this script runner plugin as well. So this is coming to Jira developer as a like now this is script runner plugin, but we can modify. Suppose example I'm telling. So now we are discussing about WhatsApp status things, right? Suppose if you are good with a like as a development, coding development, suppose Android developer, you can develop, you can connect with your laptop or something, you can modify that code and you can enable that option. So that will be work, that options will be enabled within your mobile only, within your watch. But you are looking to release that in the market. Okay, so this level, so if you are good with a script runner and instead of using these add-ons, and you can implement that into your Jira only within the Jira, because this will helpful within your Jira development. Okay, so example like if you are good with your Android or iOS developer, you can connect it somewhere and you can modify that code and you can enable it within your WhatsApp. But when you are planning to implement that into like release to market, to if anyone wants to that, they'll purchase it and they'll pay amount for you, they'll enable that option into their laptop, that will become to the plugin development. So what plugins they are developing some organizations. If you are good with the development, you can develop the plugins, you can develop own plugin and you can start your organizations and you can put it that into Atlas and marketplace. And if it is definitely useful for some places, you can. So you can also do the same thing. Like it is not restricted to only some of the organization needs to be do, or anyone can develop it. And if you are good with that plugins and if it is useful for that Jira, you can develop that plugin and you can put it in the Atlas and marketplace as well. So this is the options as well we have. And here we have the main one thing is, suppose I'm planning to install my Jira. So this is the main things, platforms. Okay. Actually, it will become as the first step. These are platforms. What platforms means? Suppose every organization they will not use same platforms. Some organization they will completely use the cloud platforms, cloud things, and they'll not maintain anything. Some of the people they will use servers. Maybe the server is a Windows or Linux or Mac. And some of the people they'll use is the cloud platforms that in the AWS or Azure or something. So we have a two clouds. I don't think one is a normal cloud. So this will be if you purchase any tool. This is a work will be only tools levels. Okay, so if you are the Atlas and Atlas and you are looking to install Atlas and tools, and you can open browser, you can set up it, that backend everything will be maintained by Atlas and company, and you can open that into browsers level or anywhere. And coming to is the server in the sense like Windows or Linux or Mac, right? And next thing is the cloud platforms, example AWS, Azure, and we have the Salesforce cloud, we have a Google cloud as well. Okay, so this is the platforms we have in a organization, but every organization they'll not go with everything. Some people they'll go with normal cloud, and some people they'll go with server in that as well. Some people they're Linux or Windows or Mac, and some people they'll use cloud platforms completely, so they like Azure, AWS or something like this. Okay, so in coming to here, another tools like if they're available, the tool is into cloud platform that is not available in server. In the server, as it is server available only Linux or Windows or Mac something. It is not available in the different place. But coming to Jira, it will be available in all platforms in the below, which I mentioned. If you want to go with cloud, we have a cloud options. If you want to go with a server, that is a Windows, we have. In a Linux, we have. And Mac, we have. If you want to go with cloud platforms, that in the AWS, we have. If you want to implement in Azure, we have. These three, Google Cloud or Salesforce Clouds. In any platform, in any place, you can install your Jira. You can maintain your Jira. So this is the main purpose. That's why every people, it's like every organizations or every people there moving to Jira. Okay, and also suppose I install first one is a Jira Windows server is the Windows, but in the next I'm planning to migrate that into Linux. We can easily migrate our Jira platform to in the Linux. From Linux, I want to move to cloud. The data will be support. The cloud ones, I want to move to AWS. Yes, it will be support. AWS to Azure, it will be support. Azure to Mac, it will be support. And if you want to switch your platforms as well, Jira easily supports it is data. So this data will be easily support. So it is available in all platforms. Okay. So you can install anywhere. So we'll discuss here cloud installations and server. It is a Windows and Linux. These two will be discuss it. And as well, cloud platforms AWS will install. So because of to install this cloud one, so we need knowledge on AWS or Azure something. So we'll discuss up to here how it works. And most of the peoples in organization level, they will use in the Linux only. So 90% the server is a Linux, and or else it will now these days and every people they're using to AWS means like because some organization they're not maintaining their own servers, they're obviously going with the cloud platforms only. So now everyone maximum using Azure or AWS as well. Okay, so this they have some Azure AWS developers, and we can connect with them to installations and maintaining as well same. So as of our Jira administrator work is the same. Okay, and forgot one. I forgot to mention here one more thing. You can take this as a first one. Okay, so versions release. Okay, so communication with support team, add-ons, script runner, we can develop it, and plugins development. And as well, we have data import or integration. So data import means suppose previous I'm using some different tool. Okay, some Bugzilla, ServiceNow, Freshdesk, something. But I'm planning to move now into Jira. Okay, so but I can easily install Jira, I can use it. But what about my previous data? So the data to be secure, I need to move the data to be into Jira, right? So from last 5 years or 10 years I'm using, I have lots of data there. And what about the data? So in any kind of data or any other tools data, we can easily import into Jira. This option there enable, so that's why the peoples are not worried about their data, not worried about this tool migrate the tools, switching the tools from other to Jira. So because of that data is migrating into here, so obviously they're fine with their data and they can go with the Jira. Okay, so this is the main thing. And as well, I want integrations as well. Suppose I have other tools as well. Okay, suppose example, I have a Freshdesk or Zendesk or Bugzilla or in Salesforce. Okay, so my team they will use Salesforce, and as well as I need to use Jira as well, and I will go with the two tools. Okay, so I need to integrate the data, these two tools. Okay, so with help of and within the Jira is not possible, it will not syncing. But as I told you, we have lots of plugin into Jira, right? So plugins options. So with help of that plugins, and we can integrate it with it. We can integrate it with Jira and Salesforce and something. So we have some plugin, and if you're not good with which plugins I need to use, every people is the 7,000, so we don't want it. So when you raise the request in Atlas and community, so I'm planning to integrate Salesforce and Jira, kindly help. So they will suggest some plugins, or it is possible within the Jira or something like, they will help. So this is the community help as well. So if you are not good with anything as well, so we can get that information from these community places. Okay, so these are data coming data labels, data imports and data integrations as well. So we have easily can do this. Okay, and so you have some doubts, like example, like what is our work? So this is a tool. Okay, so tool work is this, and what is our Jira administrator work exactly? Okay, so first we have the Jira system administrator work. Jira system admins. Jira system admins means like these people, these admins only, system admins only, to take care of installations and Jira upgradations. And suppose we have some two versions release or upgradations or data migrations, data backups, and we have some database to be syncing it here, some databases, like complete is a backend work, that is a maintenance. Okay, so if Jira is working slow, then it's to increase. So this complete is a backend work. We can, this Jira development team, system admin people can do. After that, we have a Jira administrator. So this Jira admins, like tool is set up. Okay, so now this tool is, I open my tool and I can see that my tool. But so what we need to capture? So in a Jira, suppose I'm using this into suppose HP client. So HP client, they are planning to implement it. So they will connect with a Jira administrator to install their Jira in their platforms like Linux, Windows, or cloud, anything. Okay, so once that is the setup is done, and Jira admins. Okay, so in a HP project, HP, I have 100 projects. Suppose I have 100 projects. These projects to be created here. So at least at a time they'll not ask you to create 100 projects, and the project wise it will become. So suppose in 100 projects, suppose I'm the manager of one project. Suppose I have a one person name is Suresh, is the manager. Suppose manager of some banking development thing, something, anything. Suppose I'll go with suppose I'm working with Axis Bank clients. I have 100 projects there. So some Suresh is the manager of that. Okay, so he will, this Suresh is connected with admins, Jira admins, and he will ask you to. So I'm a projects manager of this, and my projects to be in a Jira, and we have here 10 peoples, and the 10 peoples only needs to be access my Jira projects, that my projects, and suppose I have this project name is suppose the project name is a Martali. So just please create a Martali project in my Jira, and this project only 10 people is working and 10 people needs to be accessing. And here I need to track that work. Like example, suppose what type they want, what type of work there needs to be tracked. Type means like, suppose example, I have saving account, a current account, and loans, personal loans, business loan, something. Suppose when I've selected type is a personal loan purpose, we have some forms, right? So if you go with any bank, if you whenever you go with bank to open any account, so they will open some saving account or current account purpose as well. They will give you one form. You need to fill that form. Okay, so once you fill that form, and you will give that form to that persons, and they will verify it. They verify the address and verify the some salary slip. Suppose in a loan purposes salary slip, they'll verify it and they'll approve it. Or else coming to account wise, account team is approved by your approved by manager, and account created, account submission to that, and any banking, any like suppose a mobile banking we want or something. So this is a complete work. So now they are tracking everything through papers, but they want to track that into Jira. So example, like that complete project, that farm we need to set up into Jira. So this is administrator work, and to complete develop their project and maintain the Jira and develop their project. Okay, so they'll come to peoples and they will ask to create a Jira administrator to help them to create their project into Jira, to create their flow into Jira. Okay, so to create their project or create the farms to work tracking. So suppose when that is created waiting for approval, it is approved, is done. So that every status should become exactly. So whenever open any that ticket or something, so it should be clear inputs and what is the information that is there and which person is raised and which person is working on it. And now it is pending with a which person. So that exact things it will become, they will give you complete documentations type or how to set up everything. And you can set up it in a single day, it will not possible. They'll give sometimes we have times 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, and I developed one project in a 1 year as well. I work with a 1 year in a one project and developed it. So it is not time dependence, and in a 100 project it will not come at a time. So one by one it will become. And suppose example, once you create the project, you assign to that persons and they will use it, and we are not related to anything. As a Jira administrator, you're developing this Axis Bank project, but you are not working with a Axis Bank like type that to open saving account and to verify that banking details and to create accounts. This is not our work. This is the team's work. But teams to track their work in Jira and we are helping them. So that is only. Suppose example, we have every organizations, the peoples are using Outlook. So when you suppose in the 100 people using Outlooks and they will send emails and they receive the emails. And suppose example, when you face any problem, suppose you need to install Outlook into your system. Normally you will connect it with the Outlook teams, Outlook admins, and they will come to and they will install Outlook into your system and they will create one email ID for you. And you are able to open it and you are sending emails or receiving emails. But it is not, once that is open and working on it, that administrator is not involving into your work. Okay, you are sending emails, you are receiving your emails, that is your work. Suppose when we are facing some problems, I'm not able to send emails, I'm not able to receive emails, my mailbox is filled. So that time again we'll connect it with the admins. Okay, so admins they'll come and they'll help you. Then again they'll go with they'll do their work. And suppose in organizations they have 5,000 people and they will help to 5,000 people based on their capability. Based on suppose they have 5 people or 10 people, and based on their work and based on their capability, they're helping to peoples. Okay, so their work is that to maintaining that Outlook and to help the peoples to work on it. The tools to like to send emails, receive emails or something. So if they are facing any problem, they'll help. Same here, Jira work is our work is to installation Jira to maintain the Jira tool and to help the teams, help my organizations, help to create that project into Jira. We're helping them to create that project into Jira to track their work and in any levels like business project and software project and service desk projects and reportings levels and applications links levels. Application link means if you want to integrate the Jira project into other tools and other projects, we are helping them, and we are maintaining the user management as well, like which people needs to be access Jira and which people needs to be entered into Jira and which person needs to be access particular project. In 100 project, suppose I have a 5,000 users. So 5,000 people, when I open it, I can't open, suppose I have an Axis Bank project. I have some, suppose example here I have a project called Martali or Whitefield or Electronic City. I have different type of project, something. So Martali person, so Martali project only needs to be accessed. Electronic City, they people something. So when I open it, if I'm working with a one project, I need to see one project only. That level we need to maintain. As a Jira administrator, we can see all projects. And because of we are the administrators, we need to work on all projects. We need to maintain all projects so that we can access all projects. We are administrator type. So that is the Jira admins, system admins. This is the Jira administrator. And we have the Jira development as well. So as I told you, if you are good with the coding, so is a script runner or plugin development, and we can go with this area as well. So plugin development or Jira development place, and we can develop the tools. Like to develop that this as well. So we need these two must. So when you are good with these two, and we can easily do this. And that is easily means like if you are good with the coding.
Okay, so you are good with the coding or something, you can develop it. So these we are not covered in these classes. These two will cover it, and installations part as well. We cover these things, this all, and except this Mac. And installations is same. It is only one platform. If you see that things, and this is also same. And the cloud is a complete little bit different. And server is a Windows or Linux is the same. Like it's only here we can just click on next or something. And here Linux is we need to use commands. The Mac as well same things. It is a next type. And the cloud platform is like we need to set up some AWS account and then we need to install that. So again, same Azure and we need to install that. So everything is same. We need to set up this platform, but to set up platform, these admins can help. AWS admins or Azure admins can they help us to install softwares into there. Okay, so obviously we can easily to maintain there. So, but as of now, I can help you to install AWS little bit to set up account into there and to install Jira and AWS. So I can cover here and these two installation part everything will be covered here, and Jira admins to set up projects and user management or linking configurations automations everything, and how to install plugins and everything that will cover it. And Jira development I help you if you are interested, but here means to learn the development I need to teach you some coding first, then I need to teach this development, so it is not possible. So that if you are good with the coding, suppose previous you are working with the coding part, you are good with coding or something, you can ask me in the futures any time, so I can help you on this levels as well. Okay. Yeah, guys, this is the overview of Jira tools. And if you have any questions,